Imagine stepping into a machine that bends the very fabric of reality. Now, imagine coming back with a truth so powerful, it could change how we see our entire existence. In today's video, Time Traveler discovers the ultimate truth about our time. We're diving deep into an unbelievable tale, a story that might just make you question everything you know about history, the present, and the future.
So, buckle up, because by the end of this, you'll be left wondering, what if time isn't what we think it is? Let's get started. Our story starts with Dr. Ethan Cole, a theoretical physicist obsessed with unlocking the secrets of time travel. For years, Ethan worked in secret, constructing what he called the temporal gate, a device that manipulates quantum particles to open a tunnel through the fabric of time. After countless failures, Ethan finally stepped into the machine on a stormy night in 2032. When he activated the temporal gate, he didn't just travel to the past or the future. He found himself in a timeless void where reality bent and twisted around him. In that moment, he realized that time was not linear, but an intricate web of endless possibilities, looping infinitely. Ethan's journey had only begun, but what he discovered next would shake humanity to its core. Inside this timeless realm, Ethan encountered what he described as echoes, shadows of past, present, and future events overlapping each other. He saw ancient civilizations coexisting with futuristic cities, all layered like transparent film. This revelation showed him that time is not a single straight line, but a multi-dimensional structure where all moments exist simultaneously. Every decision, every event, every possibility plays out in parallel. Ethan realized that our perception of moving from past to present to future is merely a limitation of human consciousness. In the timeless void, he witnessed alternate versions of himself, some who never built the temporal gate, some who destroyed it, and some who used it to reshape history. This multi-layered reality proved one shocking truth: we are not prisoners of time, we are its creators. As Ethan explored deeper, he encountered entities he called the timeless beings, ancient intelligences existing beyond our linear time. They communicated through thoughts and visions, showing him secrets humanity was never meant to know. These beings revealed that human civilization is part of a vast experiment to understand how consciousness shapes reality. They explained that time as we know it is a construct designed to help us experience growth, emotion, and evolution. To them, our lifetimes are like chapters in an infinite book, all written and read at once. Ethan learned that the human mind has the dormant ability to break free from the illusion of time, but fear and conditioning keep us bound. The timeless beings urged Ethan to return and share this truth, though they warned him that many would never believe it. After what felt like centuries in the void, Ethan found himself back in his lab, the temporal gate humming quietly behind him. But the world he returned to felt different. Colors seemed brighter, sounds clearer, and time itself felt elastic. Ethan documented everything he saw, but the more he spoke about the timeless realm, the more resistance he faced. Governments and scientific communities dismissed him as a madman. But Ethan didn't stop. He shared his discoveries through underground forums, secret meetings, and encrypted messages. He warned that humanity was approaching a tipping point. If we continue living blind to the true nature of time, we risk trapping ourselves in cycles of conflict and decay. But if we awaken, we could unlock powers beyond imagination, rewriting history, healing the past, and designing the future. So what does Ethan Cole's story mean for us? Maybe it's just a wild tale, a myth born from human imagination. Or maybe it's a clue that the universe is far stranger than we ever dared to believe. What if time is not our master, but our canvas? What if every choice you make right now echoes through infinite realities? Whether you believe in time travel or not, one thing is certain: the ultimate truth about our time is that it's up to us to shape it. So, are you ready to step beyond the clock and discover your power to create your reality? The choice is yours. Ethan's journey shows us that every choice, no matter how small, ripples through time in ways we can't see. Imagine deciding to take a different route to work. Maybe you avoid an accident, or you bump into someone who changes your life. These tiny moments branch out like roots underground, shaping timelines we don't even know exist. Ethan believed that understanding this ripple effect gives us incredible power. If we become fully aware of our actions, thoughts, and intentions, we can consciously influence the reality we experience. This means your dreams, your regrets, your hopes, they're not just ideas. They're building blocks for a timeline that you can help create. The ripple effect is not just science fiction, it's a reminder to be mindful, because your life isn't just happening to you, you're happening to it. While sharing his discoveries, Ethan found ancient texts hidden in libraries, temples, and secret archives. These writings spoke of travelers who walked between times, prophets, shamans, and mystics who all hinted at the same truth. Time is a circle, not a line. From Mayan calendars to Tibetan scrolls, Ethan uncovered proof that ancient civilizations knew secrets about time that modern science is only beginning to grasp. He realized that much of this knowledge was suppressed or lost over centuries of conquest and control. But the prophecies remain, scattered across cultures, clues that we are meant to remember what we once knew, that we are time travelers too. Every night in our dreams and every moment we choose a new path. One revelation shook Ethan more than any other. Dreams are not just random stories in our sleep. In the timeless realm, he saw that dreams are doorways, windows into alternate timelines where our consciousness explores different outcomes. Every night, as we dream, we slip into other versions of our lives, living moments we chose not to in waking reality. This means the line between dream and reality is thinner than we think. Ethan taught his followers how to use lucid dreaming to access memories from other timelines and bring back knowledge. He claimed that artists, inventors, and visionaries throughout history tapped into these portals, pulling ideas from realities just beyond our reach. Imagine what's possible if we learn to dream on purpose. As Ethan's message spread, he discovered he wasn't alone. A secret group known as the Guardian Order contacted him. These guardians claimed to be protectors of the time fabric, ensuring reckless travelers didn't damage the balance. They warned Ethan that sharing too much could cause chaos. But Ethan believed humanity was ready. He met with the Guardians in hidden places, abandoned bunkers, ancient ruins, encrypted online rooms. Some Guardians supported him, others threatened him. He realized the battle wasn't about the machine, it was about whether the world was ready to wake up. The Guardian Order became both his ally and his greatest obstacle in revealing the ultimate truth. Despite the Guardians' threats, Ethan's followers grew into a secretive movement called the Awakened. These people practiced dream travel, deep meditation, and collective consciousness experiments. They believed that if enough people awakened to the true nature of time, the illusion would collapse. Members gathered at hidden retreats in forests and deserts, far from surveillance. Together, they trained to expand their perception of time, seeing glimpses of the future, healing past traumas by visiting old memories, and rewriting their stories. This movement terrified governments and elites who benefited from keeping people asleep and unaware. But the Awakened kept going, driven by Ethan's promise. The future is not set. You are the future. One of Ethan's boldest actions was releasing the blueprint for the temporal gate online. He knew governments would hunt him for it, but he believed people deserved access to the truth. The blueprint was complex. It required exotic materials and knowledge of quantum physics far beyond mainstream understanding. But hidden labs and rogue scientists took up the challenge. Small working prototypes began appearing around the world, sparking a quiet race to master time travel. Ethan warned that the real key wasn't the machine, it was the mind. Without awakening, the machine would remain a dangerous toy. But with consciousness, it could become a bridge to our true potential. As more people gained access to time travel, conflicts erupted in the shadows. Rogue travelers tried to alter events for power or profit. Secret wars were fought not with guns, but with changes in the timeline. Assassinations that never happened, revolutions that were undone before they began. Ethan found himself at the center of this chaos, hunted by factions who saw him as a threat to their control. But he stayed true to his mission, teaching that true time travel isn't about changing the past, but transforming our understanding of now. The real battle was never for control of the machine, it was for control of the mind. To counter misuse of time travel, Ethan devised the concept of time seeds, small moments planted intentionally to grow into massive changes over time. He taught his followers that instead of brute forcing history, they could plant ideas, inspire movements, and gently nudge humanity toward awakening. A single book, a work of art, a conversation, these were the true machines of time travel. By planting time seeds, the awakened aimed to rewrite humanity's story from the inside out. The seeds are out there now, hidden in plain sight, waiting for people like you to find them and nurture them into reality. Among the awakened, a new generation emerged, children born after Ethan's return who showed strange abilities. They dreamed vividly of other worlds, spoke languages they'd never learned, and sometimes predicted events before they happened. Ethan called them the Children of the Void. He believed these kids were living proof that humanity was evolving. Their minds weren't bound by linear time. They were born ready to see the web of infinite possibilities. Many feared these children, but the awakened saw them as humanity's bridge to the next stage of consciousness. Protecting them became the movement's greatest mission. Legends among the awakened tell of a hidden city, a place outside normal time where travelers gather in secret. It's said to appear only to those who truly understand the nature of time. Some say it's hidden in the mountains of Tibet. Others believe it's deep beneath the oceans or floating above us in a parallel dimension. Ethan claimed to have visited it once, a city where past, present, and future citizens live together, exchanging knowledge freely. The lost city of time remains a symbol for seekers everywhere, proof that time's secrets are waiting to be found by those brave enough to look. Near the end of his life, Ethan recorded a message for humanity. He spoke calmly, sitting beside his dormant temporal gate. He reminded us that the ultimate truth about time is not about machines or secrets, it's about awakening. He urged people to stop living as prisoners of the clock and start creating the moments they truly desire. He said, "If you want to change your life, don't fight the past or fear the future. Change the story you're telling yourself right now." His words live on in hidden files, passed between the awakened and whispered to those ready to listen. Today, Ethan Cole is gone, but his legacy lives on through those who dare to dream bigger. Underground circles continue to share his teachings, and his message is hidden in books, songs, and symbols around the world. Some believe that every time someone awakens to their power, Ethan's mission is fulfilled a little more. His followers believe time travel is no longer science fiction. It's a daily choice to be fully present, to heal old wounds, and to create new possibilities. Ethan's life reminds us that the greatest time machine isn't a device, it's the human mind. So what do you do with this story? Maybe you think it's just a myth, a sci-fi fairy tale, or maybe, deep down, something about it feels true. What if tonight you could slip into a dream and visit a version of yourself who made a different choice? What if tomorrow you chose one small thing that nudges your life in a better direction? Ethan's story is an invitation to see time not as your enemy, but as your canvas. The past doesn't have to define you. The future doesn't have to scare you. You hold the brush, so what will you paint? If you've stayed with me this far, you're already different. You've felt a tug on your mind, that tiny sense that reality is bigger than we were told. This is your sign to dig deeper. Start questioning your habits. Notice your dreams. Pay attention to the coincidences that guide you. Maybe you'll never build a temporal gate in your basement, but you can build one in your mind. Ethan Cole's greatest gift was not his machine. It was the spark he left behind in all of us. The question is, will you light yours? And so we reach the end of Ethan Cole's incredible story. But maybe it's not the end at all. Maybe it's the beginning of yours. Remember, time is not just ticking by. It's waiting for you to wake up and play with it. Be present, be bold,
Be curious. The next timeline starts now, and you're the traveler. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, the ultimate truth about time is this: you are its master, its artist, and its greatest mystery. Keep seeking, keep dreaming, and keep rewriting your story. If you start looking closely, you'll find traces of Ethan's truth hidden in plain sight. Ancient symbols carved into stone, secret messages in art, recurring patterns in nature. They're all clues pointing to the timeless web he described. Spirals, circles, infinity loops. These shapes appear in cultures worldwide because they mirror how time really works: endless, repeating, interconnected. Some say Ethan inspired artists and filmmakers to embed these symbols in movies, songs, and books. They're there to awaken a memory deep inside you, reminding you that the story of time has always been written by the ones brave enough to read between the lines. One of Ethan's most radical teachings was that our collective thoughts shape time's flow. He believed when large groups of people focus on the same idea, peace, fear, hope, conflict, they bend reality toward that outcome. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's supported by modern experiments in quantum physics and consciousness studies. Ethan urged his followers to gather in meditation circles and online groups to focus their minds on the timeline they wanted to see. He taught that a single focused mind is powerful, but a collective mind is unstoppable. The question is, what timeline are we feeding with our thoughts right now? Have you ever felt like you've been somewhere before, even when you know you haven't? Deja vu, Ethan said, is a glitch in our perception, a brief moment when we brush up against a parallel version of ourselves living a slightly different timeline. These moments remind us that countless versions of us exist, each making choices that ripple outward. Ethan believed we can learn to listen to these echoes, subtle nudges guiding us toward the paths that align with our highest potential. The next time you feel deja vu, pause and ask yourself, what is my other self trying to show me? Machines are fascinating, but Ethan's greatest revelation was that the most advanced time machine is the human mind. Ancient cultures practiced mental technologies long before modern science: astral travel, remote viewing, prophetic dreams. Today, these practices are dismissed or hidden. Ethan revived them, teaching that our minds can transcend time's limits when trained through meditation, visualization, and deep presence. His message was clear: you don't need wires and circuits to travel time. You need focus, belief, and a willingness to explore the hidden corners of your consciousness. What ancient technology might be lying dormant within you? Ethan warned that fear is the main force keeping us trapped in the illusion of linear time. Fear of the unknown, fear of mistakes, fear of the future. He taught that fear compresses our awareness, making us cling to the familiar story of past, present, future. The Guardians used fear to keep people asleep, but Ethan's movement taught that facing fear is the first step to awakening. Once you see fear for what it is, an illusion, it loses its power. And when fear disappears, the mind becomes limitless. Conquer fear, and you conquer time. One of Ethan's most beautiful insights was that time is not a prison, but an art form. He described it like painting on an endless canvas. Each moment is a brushstroke that adds color and texture to your story. This means you are not bound by what came before. The past doesn't define you. It's just an earlier layer of your masterpiece. If you don't like what you see, paint over it. Add new colors, new shapes, new dreams. Time is your art. Your life is your gallery, and you are both artist and audience. Ethan also warned about modern society's greatest trap: echo chambers. He believed social media, constant news, and mindless entertainment keep us looping in the same limited timelines. These echo chambers feed fear, division, and distraction. They stop us from seeing the timeless truth. The awakened learn to unplug, to step back and silence the noise. In that silence, they found themselves again. Ethan's question was simple: if you want to change time, what are you feeding your mind every day? Escape the echo, and you'll hear the whispers of infinite possibilities. Amid all his discoveries, Ethan said the purest force that bends time is love. Not romantic love alone,
but the unconditional love that connects all living things. In the timeless void, he saw that love is like gravity for consciousness. It pulls souls together across centuries, lifetimes, and realities. Every act of genuine love, no matter how small, creates ripples that echo forever. This means your kindness today might change someone's tomorrow in ways you'll never see. Ethan taught that if we want to travel time wisely, we must travel with love as our compass. Ethan's work shattered the divide between science and spirit. He showed that quantum physics and ancient mysticism speak the same language. They both hint that reality is a projection shaped by the observer. His followers continue his mission by blending technology with consciousness practices, using AI to map dreams, building meditation pods that enhance brainwaves, and exploring ways to synchronize collective intention. The future of time travel, Ethan believed, lies at the intersection of science and soul. It's no longer about choosing one side, it's about uniting both to unlock our true power. So, here we are. 30 segments later, we circle back to where it all began, you. Ethan's ultimate message is simple. The truth about time isn't out there, it's within you. Every heartbeat, every thought, every dream is proof that you are a timeless being playing a temporary game. Maybe you'll never step into a metal time machine, but every time you choose to forgive, to love, to dream bigger, you are bending time in ways science can barely grasp. The real time traveler is not Ethan Cole, it's you. So go ahead, dream, awaken, create. The timeline is waiting. Even after Ethan's disappearance, not everyone embraced his revelations. Powerful interests, governments, corporations, and secret societies formed a hidden resistance.